Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
तरंग भाई हेलो
Hello.
हेलो हाँ नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सेताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सवसाहुणम् एसो पञ्चनमो यारो सवपावपणासनो मङ्गलाणं च सर्वेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम्
अंता
I keep okay. Jai Jinendra everyone.
जय जिनेंद्र एवरीवन
जय जिनेंद्र।
every team, are we ready? Can we flash the agenda? Jai Jinendra everyone. Thank you for being here bright and early. Well, it's not. So yeah, this is a big day for us. It's a culmination of a lot of the series of activities that happen, around Paryushan, Das Lakshan. Before that, we have Atar Abhishek. So this really is sort of a turning point. It's a milestone, and then we kind of transition into our traditional festivals like Diwali, Dashera, and all of that. But from the Jain perspective, this is a big day. So today we have a pretty packed agenda, and I think, Tarang, if we can have the agenda slide here so that we can get started. So we'll start off with Tapasvi Bahuman, and then we'll follow on. Now, this sung really amazes me every year. If you look at the graph of our tapasya, and I didn't draw the graph, but if you look at the graph of our tapasya, it goes up every year. And I think it also appears to me that people are on a mission to outdo themselves every year. So this year we have a lot of Mahatapasvis, a lot of people who did 10 upvas and 9 upvas, and we also have kids. Really, if you look at the whole tapasyas, we have ranged from 23-month-old kid doing some tapasya, all the way to people in their late 70s. So it's really inspiring. It is amazing how much the Sangh really is devoted, and they do it every year. So with that, we would like to start off with the Tapasvi Bahuman. I would like to call all the Mahatapasvis, all the people who have done 28 and higher on the stage. And we'll have them kind of go through some Q&A. And so yeah, please. I think then, so this is both Paryushan and Das Lakshan, right? Everybody please come over on the stage. Okay. Modana, Anumodana, Anumodana barambar. Anumodana, Anumodana, Anumodana barambar. Modana, Anumodana, Anumodana barambar. Anumodana, Anumodana, Anumodana barambar. All right, so I think we are still waiting. I saw Nitinji and Ektaji.
Okay, if you see them, please ask them to come on stage.
Ektaji, can you please come up on the stage and also call Nitinji?
Okay, while we're waiting, we can maybe start. First of all, बहुत अनुमोदना to all of you for the tap and tapasya you have done. Ekta ji, please have a seat here. So we are going to ask questions from Tapasvis. I guess I and Jatin will start, but if anyone from the audience wants to join, please raise your hand. I'll be happy to come over to pass on your question.
So the goal is that you all get inspired. I think Jagrati Ben, you did that Thai as well. Right? Okay, I'm sorry. I think there was a confusion. So, okay. Okay. So the goal is that all of you get inspired, including us, for the next year.
Yeah, we don't have that much space on the stage, but we would like everyone next year to be sitting here.
No, that's an easy problem. We'll expand the stage. So it's not a problem.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the first question. And anyone who would like to answer it, just let me know, I'll come by. So, praise food for thought, but they had thought for food. So I'm going to ask them, when you were going through your tapasya during these days, what were the thoughts that you were going through? Apart from the fact that you were not eating, you had your meditation going on, you had other form of tapasya that, and tap you were doing. So if you can tell the Sangh a little bit about that. Anyone?
So it's a free format? Yeah. Go ahead and anybody can answer.
So, yeah, this is very good question. Thought for food. So, like, what I experienced, first time I did this tapasya, first time in my life. And I used to do only a fast, that also Achyashan. And 10 days I cannot think, and I was thinking it's not possible without food. So during 10 days I realized when we have food inside, then we have 100 thoughts. And when we have not food inside, we have only one thought. so like means either you do tap, your meditation, and there is very less discussion overall for the mind when we are empty stomach. So it was very good experience.
Thank you.
Anybody else wants to?
Jai Jinendra, everyone. The thought that inspired me is, I'm a homemaker. I try to do the best thing, everything in all a way that I can do for my family. The only thought that came in my mind is what I'm doing the best for my soul. And during the Paryushan day, these are the only days where I can say no to any other work than giving importance to my soul. And that's the way I want to utilize all my tap bhav during that time. And hoping for the day that someday I can do my Masakshaman.
Jai Jinesh, everyone. I think for me, in terms of the thought, it varies from day 1 to day 8. When you start, day 1 usually is the time when food is top of mind. Because that's the first day your body is going through an experience where you are starving. But by the time you get to day 3 and day 5, you start to realize that food no longer becomes a priority. It is a priority that is purely driven by your perseverance to get your mind in control. And there are different ways in which you do it. I've heard people meditate. For me personally, writing makes a big difference. So I tend to write to the extent possible every single day from. And by the time you reach day 8, you realize that the objective that you started off with, which is purification of your soul, control of your mind, the bhav that you start with, that's what starts to reflect in your writings by the time you get to day 7 and day 8. So the one thing that we can definitely say from this is the pure bhav of any tapasya is to find a way to keep your mind in control, to move it from any kind of distractions whatsoever. And whether it's meditation, whether it's writing, that's one way in which we can start to move towards an anchor point where the purest form of Jainism, it is to keep perseverance and keep bhav in the right spirit is what we can achieve.
Thank you, Akshay. So all these questions for anyone to answer, except for one question. Unless anyone, the Tapasvis here is also going to high school.
I think Malik wanted to say
Just one point. So, this was my fourth attai, but this time I did digital fasting also. So I took off from work, and all I was doing was reading the books from Mara Sahib and everything. And I feel that that was a game changer for me, because up until I was doing it, it was feeling mechanical. And as I was reading these books, I was realizing, what am I doing in life? And those are the kind of things, the soul-searching moments that you want during Parushan, to feel like, okay, this is fine. Tap is definitely, of course, it's great. But then at the end of the day, it's once we are done Atthai, it doesn't mean, hey, you've achieved moksha. This is the time to reflect. We need to change internally, and on a daily basis, what have happened in your life? What change did you get after doing Atthai? Or whatever you do, any dharma kriya ke baad, the main thing is, aap mein kya parivartan aaya? And if it remains the same, that means you're not hitting the mark. So that is my ultimate reflection, and I feel that if you do any tap, try to focus on not doing external stuff, only then you can go within.
Yeah, the next question is about how do you manage your day during the tapasya? In particular, whether you're going to school or you're going to work. So I would like to start with our youngest Tapasvi and ask how was it for you to manage the high school with the tapasya going on?
So firstly, when I started, it was a 3-day weekend from school, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So those 3 days were honestly, I felt the hardest because I didn't have any social contact with any of my friends or anyone outside. I mean, I did go to Dirasar in like the morning every day, so that helped. Meeting people and seeing everyone else just boosted confidence and pushed me to go farther. But the Saturday, or like the 3-day weekend, was a little challenging personally because I had a lot of things going on that day, and plus it was just, I was starting out. So as someone already said about how the first day you are feeling really hungry because that's your first day that you haven't had any food. So those 3 days were like the hardest. But Tuesday through Friday, I had a four week of school. That honestly felt like a breeze because I was at school until 4:30 for most days, and then I was finishing school, doing homework. So my days went by fast, and it was like they kept going, and I eventually just finished like really fast. On Tuesday, my 4th day, it was a little challenging because I went to school at 8 in the morning and I came home at 9 at night because I had rehearsal for band from 6 to 9. We have marching